Right, so episode 1 of the cooking seemed to go down really well. A lot of you found it useful, so bringing a second one at you. Hopefully it's just as useful. So this one is something, again, I didn't really know needed covering. However, the more and more I coach, the more I realise some people really struggle with somewhat simple things. So everyone's a little bit different in their coaching approach, but for me, I give all my food weights raw. So the meat is raw, the carbohydrates also raw, and then obviously you need to cook them and then weigh them again. So everyone does it a little bit differently. Some people will just give cooked weights. However, we're bodybuilders, like we work in the 1%, so 1% are what separates us. This will make a difference. If you are just doing cooked weights, that is not an accurate way to track your food. We need to be as accurate as we possibly can. So what we've got here, rice, one that someone always seems to fall down with. So get yourself a rice cooker. If you're complaining rice is dry or it's boring, rice cooker is the way. I've got that one there. See, this is an antique. So we found this. This could be on Antiques Roadshow in a few years. But anyway, I think I've had that about 8 years now. Cost me 15 quid. Probably the best 15 quid I've ever spent. So this is how we're going to do it. Basically, I know the weight of this. So I'll show you here. So 218 grams. So I'll just zero that off. I'll put in my rice. So I'm only doing 2 training days today. We'll go away and travelling for a few days. So that's enough to kind of get me through tomorrow, through the flight, and then the rest of the meals on the Tuesday. And then Wednesday will be a fresh day. So we'll be food shopping on the Tuesday, ready for the rest of the week. So emptying here, I need 730 grams, 500 gram packs. And again, this is why we weigh 507 grams. If you're just taking that as a pack, that's 500. Again, like I say, it's the 1%, so you'll do all that up. Try and open this without making an absolute mess. Let's see how accurate I am. Ooh. Grain by grain. 730, bang on, just what I like to see. So if you aren't already doing this as well, this would be a top tip, especially if you struggle with your digestion at all. So wash your rice. So that you keep it in there. So you'll see when you wash it, all the kind of like white starch will come out. See the products on there? So we're going to kind of wash some of that out. So you don't need to drain it all the way, just because you might lose some of your rice. But literally just drain the excess off, drain it down to it's predominantly just rice. I tend to wash it 3 times. Don't know why 3. I feel like 3 is an adequate number. 1's not quite enough. 2's like multiples of 3. That's my ADHD. Same again. Give it a rinse through. Get all the white chicken starchy water out. Give it a rinse off. See, this is the stuff Ainsley Harriott never showed you. Really steady cook. Right. The hat trick. So 3rd time, and then after that I leave it in with some water to soak as well. So I'll leave it in for probably 10-15 minutes to soak, and then I'll fill it up to the right amount to cook. So what you'll see as well, if you aren't sure how much to do in terms of measurements, all your cups here, so that'll be for 400 grams, 500, 600, 700, 800. So we've got here 730. So just around the 700 mark, that should come out just about right. You can actually get a kilo in here Usually I'll do this up to a kilo and I'll just fill it right up to the top. So I'll leave that to sit for a minute, come back, I'll wait till it's cooked, I'll reweigh it, and then that's basically how we work out the difference, so I'll explain it then. Right, so although it should be the same, I'll show you because it's kind of the reverse. Obviously rice, when you cook it, it's going to absorb the water, it's going to increase in weight. Chicken is the opposite, meat generally is going to be the opposite. You're going to cook it, it's going to lose water, it's going to be less weight. So I've got here 600 grams in each one of those. I prefer chicken tenders, but use chicken breast, whatever cuts you want. On foil, so it's nice and easy to clean. A little bit of seasoning, so like lemon, just help keep it nice and moist. Right, do both sides of that. Lovely jubbly. Smoked paprika. Generous serving of that. There's absolutely no reason your food should be bland, guys. Make it as exciting as you can. Change your seasonings up if you get bored or if it's becoming like monotonous. Just with some of these, just be careful, check the ingredients on there. Some of them do have like added sugar and stuff. Off season, it's going to be negligible. Just prep, it could be one of those that sneaks up. If you used it from the start of prep all the way through, I don't really see it being an issue. If it's something you start adding in part way through, it could be a reason we're seeing a stall or something like that. Obviously prep, we need to be doing everything very, very vigilantly, making sure we're not leaving any room for error. So this one has got no added sugar or anything like that in it. It's purely herbs, spices that are all just done for you. So see, a little bit more interesting than just plain ass chicken. Again, I'm sure everyone's got one by now because they are the hot thing, but air fryers, super, super easy. Gonna make your life dead easy. So 20 minutes of that, leave it, it's done perfect. Same with the rice cooker, when that's done, literally just press the button, leave it, it's cooked perfect. If you aren't able to do this, I just don't think you want it enough. You've not got to do anything, you've not got to be a great chef. You can make food super, super easy, super conveniently. You don't even have to be here to watch it, you can leave it and just let it turn itself off when it's done if you need to go and run errands. So that's the chicken, so we'll revisit it when it's all cooked. Right, so the chicken's all done. That, all nice and tasty. So this on here is zeroed, so we're going to reweigh it. So it was 2 packs of 600 grams. So for the astute among the audience, you will know that is 1200 grams. So we'll just weigh this out, see what it weighs now it's cooked. And then all I will do is divide that by 1200. That will then give us what 1 gram is now it is cooked, and then I'll times it by the amount I want. So I've got 2 portion sizes on the training day. I've got 225 grams and I've got 200 grams, which is my pre-workout meal, a little bit less protein than that meal, just for digestion purposes. So that first pack, 544, so you see it's lost 56 grams since being cooked, which isn't too bad, which means it'll be nice and moist. Smells great as well. So gone are the days of having to rinse down dry, unseasoned, boiled chicken and boiled basmati or long grain rice. I ain't got no time for that. Right, so here we are. 1066, so 1066 grams divided by 1200 equals 0.888. So for 200 grams, times it by 200, that gives me 177.6, off season 178. So that's my 200 gram portion, 178 grams. Make a note of that real quick. Get a pen. I was actually good at what I was doing. I would have prepared this earlier, but I'm not, so here we are. So 200 grams is 178 grams now it's cooked. Divide that again by the 200, gets us back to our single gram weight, times that by 225, which is my other protein portion. That comes to 199.875 grams, so 200 grams. Nice and easy. And that's it, simple as that. Right, so rice is all cooked. it's done. So when it's done, it will literally flick to warm. So if you're someone who just preps for a day, you can literally just do it in the morning, leave it on, it'll keep it warm. Then whenever you need a meal, scoop, 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 munchy, munchy, munch, all done. So I'll just take it off, set these back to 0, weigh this. So we are 2,746 grams. And question for the audience, how much did that weigh? Who was paying attention? 218 grams. Right, so minus 218. Right, so 2,746 grams minus 218 equals 2,528. So basically that is the weight of the cooked rice in there now. So there was 730, now it weighs 2,528. So divide it by 730 again, equals 3.46. So that is now the weight of 1 gram of cooked rice. So my portions are 100, 125 and 140 grams. So for 100, 346, quick math. 125, not so quick. 433. Divide that by 125 times 140. 485. So they're my rice weights. All done, nice and easy. As you can see, the rest of my meals are prepped up. So we've got some nice mixed vegetables in here. I like to use peppers and onions for the bulk of mine. Got some sauerkraut as well for digestion. So veg choice is very important. Find things that sit well with you. I find often like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, sprouts don't usually sit too well. That's why a lot of times we gassy. People are like, oh fucking I've got protein farts. Might not be protein all the time. Could well be some of the veg you're having. Peppers, mushrooms, cooked carrots, I find really well, spinach, certain things like that. Try and go for different colours as well. Don't just be having the same veg all the time. Generally, the more colours you get in there leads to the more diverse vitamin and mineral profiles you're going to get in there. So obviously the more colours, the better. Also going to keep it interesting as well. Literally just get these frozen, pre-sliced, ready to go. I do 10 minutes in the microwave, do a bag of each, then bring them out, give them a little fry off in a dry pan, just with some seasoning. Sauerkraut, great addition for digestion. If you want kimchi instead, loads of different versions you can get. You get chili, they do a nice beetroot one, they do a nice turmeric one, so loads of options. So I'm just gonna weigh my rice up now, put them in there. A few of the meals got a few additions, whether it be some olive oil, whether it be some honey, so I'll add those in after. And that's it pretty much, jobs are good in. So one last question that I know you're all asking. Damn, that's a sweet ass jersey. Sweet jersey. How can I get myself one of these? Well, wait no longer. Feel free to drop me a message, drop me a DM, can sort you out, and you too can look as handsome as me. Okay. So obviously it wouldn't be a video if I didn't get the big dog in it. So we've also got a little bit of meal prep for the boy. So I went on a little trip out today to a food and drinks fair. Picked the boy up some treats, so let's see what we've got in here. So we have foot nose, pig dick maybe, could be an ear. Definitely is. For anyone who's got little furry rabbits, I do apologise. There's a good selection here. I think we'll give him an ear. Alice, come on, fatty. What's this? What we got? What we got? What's this? Sit. Paw. Paw. Huh? Good boy. Other paw. Good boy. Both paws. Both paws. Both paws. Oh, both paws. Good boy. He's skiddy on the floor. You can eat it.